In April 2019, champagne bottles popped at the New York Stock Exchange. African entrepreneurs rang the opening bell, celebrating a historic moment, the first African tech company to list on Wall Street. Within days, Jumia stock soared to nearly $50, valuing the company at over $3 billion. Investors called it Africa's Amazon. It was supposed to be the beginning of a new era. But by year's end, the stock had crashed below $5. Today, after burning through over $1 billion, Jumia operates in just 8 African countries, down from 14 at its peak. The company has recorded over $1 billion in losses since its 2019 listing. This is the story of how Jumia lost everything. Founded in 2012 by 2 McKinsey consultants, Jumia had a simple pitch: copy Amazon's model and bring it to Africa. The timing seemed perfect. Africa's middle class was growing, smartphone penetration was rising, and investors were hungry for the next emerging market success story. Jumia raised $196 million through its IPO, backed by heavyweight investors including MTN, Goldman Sachs, and MasterCard. The company expanded rapidly across 14 African countries, selling everything from electronics to groceries. But there was a fundamental problem. Africa wasn't ready for Amazon. While Amazon thrived on efficient logistics and reliable addresses, Africa presented vastly different challenges. Poor road infrastructure led to heavy traffic jams, delayed deliveries, and canceled orders. Many African countries lacked proper national address systems, making last-mile delivery a nightmare. In Africa, last-mile delivery costs spiral to 35 to 55% of product value, compared to just 28% internationally. Every delivery ate into already thin margins. The payment infrastructure was equally problematic. Credit card penetration remained below 2% across most of the continent. Cash on delivery became necessary, but it added logistical complexity and fraud risk. Perhaps most damaging was Jumia's management structure. Senior executives operated from Dubai and Paris, making decisions about African markets from thousands of miles away. They targeted a Western-style middle class that was far smaller and poorer than anticipated. Local teams understood customer behavior, but key decisions were made by people who didn't live the African reality. Just weeks after the IPO, short seller Citron Research accused Jumia of fraud, citing material discrepancies in its SEC filing. The allegations were explosive. Internal documents allegedly showed that high percentages of orders were fraudulent or returned, and that gross merchandise volume was inflated. Jumia's stock crashed more than 50% in 1 week. Then came the internal revelation. Jumia disclosed it had uncovered improper orders placed by its own employees, inflating order volume by around $17.5 million. The company's pressure cooker culture, imported directly from Amazon, had pushed employees to game the system. Class action lawsuits followed. Investor confidence evaporated. The numbers tell a brutal story. In 2024 alone, Jumia reported a $64.7 million loss. Revenue fell 10% to $167.5 million, though it grew 17% when adjusted for currency devaluations. But the real killer was currency volatility. Currency devaluations in Nigeria and Egypt, Jumia's 2 largest markets, severely impacted the company's financials. When local currencies collapsed, so did revenues when converted to dollars. The company reported $13 million in foreign exchange losses in 2024. Gross margins contracted by 12%, reflecting weaker unit economics. Every sale lost more money than before. Jumia began a painful contraction. The company exited Cameroon, Rwanda, and Tanzania in 2019. It shut down grocery deliveries in 2022, closed its food delivery service across multiple markets in 2023, and exited South Africa and Tunisia by the end of 2024. Each retreat was presented as strategic focus. In reality, Jumia was bleeding out, cutting off limbs to survive. Jumia's problems went deeper than execution. The entire African e-commerce model faced fundamental obstacles. In sub-Saharan Africa, delivery times averaged 10 to 14 days versus 2 to 5 days in developed markets. Infrastructure deficits weren't problems Jumia could solve. They required billions in government investment in roads, ports, and digital connectivity. Boston Consulting Group estimated that logistics costs add 320% to manufacturing cost in Africa versus just 90% in Europe. The math simply didn't work for low-margin e-commerce. Just as Jumia was fighting for survival, new predators entered the market. In 2024, Chinese giants Temu and Shein launched aggressive expansions into Africa. Temu entered Nigeria with massive marketing budgets and $100 vouchers. These companies had something Jumia didn't: global scale, sophisticated supply chains, and the ability to absorb losses indefinitely.
In South Africa, Amazon officially entered the market in May 2024. Suddenly, Jumia wasn't competing with local startups, it was facing global giants with unlimited resources. Perhaps most damning, Jumia never achieved scale. The company had only 3.1 million quarterly active users spread across multiple countries. As one analyst bluntly stated, you cannot be profitable in mass market e-commerce with only 3 million customers across different countries. Without scale, unit economics never improved. Marketing costs per customer remained high. Delivery costs stayed elevated. The more Jumia grew, the more money it lost. Today, Jumia is a shadow of its former ambition. The company closed 2024 with $133.9 million in cash, a dwindling lifeline. Its stock has fallen 7